yo, we're like 5 minutes away from this guy's house, bro. I'm still just amazed at the fact that we're already selling this, bro. It's literally been like an hour. Yo, what's good, y'all? It's TML from Flipping Central back here with another video. Today, I have one of the best builds of all time, right? So, you know, I'm chilling. I'm chilling and you know, I'm chilling in my room. Chilling, I'm thinking, right? I'm like, man, I really have a whole entire, you know, PC case over here. I have a motherboard, you know, I have some other parts. So I'm like, what's the cheapest build that I could possibly do right now with just parts that I have on hand? So we got Project Parts Bin right here, right? We got a whole case. I'm gonna have to blur that out. We're not giving free promotion, but listen, we got a whole case. We got a whole motherboard. We got a CPU. We got a graphics card. We got SSD, and we got some RAM. Just don't look at the top or the back, but if you don't look at the back or the top, that's a decent little power supply right there. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So, as far as this build goes, we have a i5 6600, we have a Z270 motherboard, a GTX 960, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 250 gigabyte SSD, and then as a placeholder, we have a Thermaltake Smart, but I will be replacing it with a PowerSpec 430 watt. They're just not here yet. So yeah, that's pretty much the build. Honestly, this is gonna be like super easy, pretty quick build. So I'm basically just gonna go ahead. Let me dive into it. Let me see what's happening. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I'd be on. But yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get to building, and I'll talk about the parts a little bit more. All right. So for our motherboard CPU combo, we have an i5 6600 or 6500. I don't even know what's in here. And then for our board, we have this Asus Prime Z270A, and we got our RAM. For the RAM, we got 16 gigabytes of T-Force Delta RGB. It was just in the collection. I'm not going to use single channel on anything that's over like $200, so that's why this build is getting it. And it's better than 2x4, which I could do, because unfortunately I do have the sticks for that, but I will not be partaking in that. And then, yo, for our cooler, I'm not even gonna lie, yo, I got something crazy in store, bro. I got something crazy in store for our cooler, bro. Nah, our cooler is chopped, bro. But anyways, bro. All right, it's probably good. Boom. It's time to build. First and foremost, obviously, we go ahead, slap in the power supply real quick. You know what I mean? There's for this fan and these fan hubs, there's a lot of mess. Since these ones only support, as far as like the control, the only way that you can get control on it is essentially to obviously have 5-volt ARGB, and this board does not have it. So just threw in a little adapter, you know, cost me like $2, and you know, we're off to the races. You know, that's how the game goes. We're gonna throw our Thermaltake Smart in here because obviously it's the best power supply of all time. No doubts about that. I'm probably gonna get eaten up alive in the comments for this, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, but it is what it is. I'm gonna use a silver screw on the back just for a little, you know, pop of color, right? Obviously, definitely not because I don't feel like opening up like a whole entire pack of screws, which I have like hundreds of them probably at this point, but might as well. It's gonna add a little bit of flair to the build, you know, a little bit of flair. We don't mind that. We also, unfortunately, do not have the IO shield, so this build will be lacking that. And I know for some of you guys that might be a deal breaker, but for me, I didn't pay for the motherboard, and it has this little like shroud over it anyway, so I think it should look okay. It's not gonna look the greatest, but it should look passable. you know, especially for the $63 build. $63, by the way. I'll let you guys know that. It's the cost for like 2 good ribeyes. You could buy this entire PC. Oh damn, what the hell? The heli? What the heli? I'm gonna go ahead and let me Kimu manage this PC real quick, and then I will come back to you guys when I'm putting in the GPU and stuff like that. So see you in a second. All right, 3, 2, 1, Bismillah. Yo, give me a little sign of life. I'm like 99% sure that I just wired it wrong. Ooh, what is that noise? Actually, hold on, let me, before I shut it off, let me make sure I'm getting the post. I don't know if you guys can hear how loud this thing is, but here we go. We have a post. So as you can see, 6500, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 250 gigabyte SSD. So everything is good to go. Let's go ahead, let's set it up and take some pictures. God, yo, hold up, bro. All right, bet. You know, this is fun. All right, yo, I'm not lying. I don't even have my mic on, bro. I'm literally just chilling. I'm putting the freaking, whatchamacallit, bro. I'm putting Windows on this computer, everything like that. You know, everything's going good, everything going straight. Bro, it's been 53 minutes, bro. 53, bro. 3 minutes, bro. We already got a buyer, bro. We already got a buy. That's how I do. That's how I do. And I was able to upcharge him too to deliver it. So should be selling for $195. I'm not gonna lie, yo. I really did want to do benchmarks, bro. I really did, but I can't. I had an idea, bro. I was gonna do like, man, you know, maybe I'll use this PC for like a day, see how it goes, bro. This guy already wants to buy it, so let me, like, come on, let me collect pay. You know what I mean? Like, bro, y'all would do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like this flipping thing, bro. Ooh, this guy. This looks really bad with the peel still on it, but anyways, bro, look at this thing, bro. This little RGB nugget, bro. Absolute nugget. But hey, RGB sells, so don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what I mean? Like, if this was my PC, I just wouldn't run it, to be honest. I just wouldn't, literally just would not have this as my PC. But this guy wants to buy it, so we'll take it. You know, that's the game. You know what I mean? I'm not lying, yo, we're like 5 minutes away from this guy's house, bro. I'm still just amazed at the fact that we're already selling this, bro. It's literally been like an hour since I posted it, and we're about to sell it. So I don't know. Let's go ahead. We'll get there. I'll see. I might record a little bit, I might not, but in any case, I am like 5 minutes away from the guy's house to go ahead and drop off this PC. So I'll update you guys here in a second. Nah, that boy really got $200. For real, for real. That's like $130 profit, yo. That's not even bad. All right, guys. So just for a quick little roundup, I wanted to go through everything again, as far as my pricing, and then obviously, as you know, we sold this bill for $200. The total spent came out to $63.28, and then our profit came out to $136.72. Now, honestly, I probably could have got a little bit more for this build just because of the fact that I was able to sell it in 53 minutes, right? But anyways, as far as how I got all my parts and their costs, the i5 6500, the Z270 Prime, and then the stock cooler all came off of a mining rig that I bought. I bought 16 gigabytes of RAM from this guy who also gave me a GTX 1070. He bundled both together for $60, so I counted the RAM as $15, and then the GTX 1070 as $45. And then for the SSD, I bought some parts from another guy. He just had them laying around. He's like, hey, if you want them, you can have them. I'm literally not going to use them, so obviously I took it. And then for the GTX 960, that one I actually ended up buying from in one of our previous videos, where I bought back a system that I had previously sold. So it was from that system, GTX 960 2GB, counted as $20 towards the total. And then for our power supply, the Thermaltake Smart 700 watt, I paid $17.03. And then for the Vipertech case, I ended up paying $11.25. So I went up there, I bought, I believe, 11 cases, and the guy was like, hey, 15 bucks a piece if you buy over 10. So I just went ahead, picked out a couple good ones, and yeah. So how my cost came down is because I was able to sell a couple to my friend, and he paid me like a little bit just for my, obviously for my time and my gas. So that brought my cost down to $11.25 per piece. So yeah, overall, pretty dang happy with how this build turned out. Obviously, like it's not a crazy amount of cash, 200 bucks, but I mean, obviously, who doesn't like an extra $200, right? Just for like quick and easy flip. So overall, super happy with this build, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead, leave a comment, like, subscribe down below, and then also go ahead, be sure to join the Discord. We drop like different deals and stuff like that. Talk anything PC flipping related in there, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.